Are the markets open? If they are, you could have fooled me. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update. And although markets are lower today, and they were much lower, but they've come back a little bit, you would be surprised. It'd be hard to figure out if they're actually open or not. Volume is absolutely pathetic. The volatility index has, after being much higher, is now nearly about flat, which would mean that there may be a little bit of buying coming in here. But generally, the markets are just dead. There is just nothing really going on. As our first attempt to break out through 2,600 has failed, which we thought might, but certainly I would have expected to see a little bit more selling pressure off of this and a little bit more speed, which indicates that there's probably going to be another run here back to 2,600 and possibly break through it. Again, one of the things we have to remember as traders and as investors is to be patient enough to wait for the markets to do something. And right now, they're not doing much of anything. I mean, I don't know where you would find anything to really trade at the moment, other than some of the double diagonals that we're trading and some of the other things. But for right now, we're just really stuck in this, range of nothing. And I think that's what you're seeing. You're seeing gold be up and be down, but really trading in about a $6 or $7 range. Oil has been in about a dollar range, up and down on the top side. There's just really nothing going on. I think the big story today would be the failure of bonds, which were up about 10, 11, 12 ticks, and they're now lower on the day. That's an indication that rates are going higher. That could create some action later. But I don't expect much today. Again, I got to tell you, one thing we remember is markets don't announce themselves, but I certainly wouldn't expect much action. You can see that the grain markets are extremely weak. In fact, I thought it was interesting. We actually bought soybeans this morning, got stopped out at break even. But wheat and beans were lower all the way, but corn was actually higher, and that has fallen apart. So again, typically we believe that when there's nothing going on, commodities will tend to sell off, and I think that's what you're seeing. The meats, feeder cattle is under pressure, which is interesting. We're still looking to be a buyer somewhere. You're using March around 141, 142. Fat cattle or live cattle is holding right around the unchanged level. We would expect to see a pullback to about 123. And hogs are down a little bit. The cryptocurrencies are relatively flat to down. Again, there's really not much going on anywhere to make sense of what's going next in the markets. You've got, news out of China, which was not good. You've got people now trying to convince you that China is ahead in the trade war. Again, there is no real winner in the trade war, but the bottom line remains that China needs us a lot more than we need them. I think really this is a great day. I wish it was sunny and 80 so I could go out and hit some golf balls, because as far as from a trading standpoint, there ain't much to do. And I would not try to force action here in a market that is this slow. I think you're going to see a spike in volatility at some time. Now, that could be today, which I doubt, tomorrow, the next day. Who knows? We started earnings season today with Citibank, and they were not as good as is expected. You've got JP Morgan tomorrow, Goldman Sachs. You've got a lot of earnings kicking off. Again, I think the best thing to do here is to let the markets play and not try to outguess and outsmart what the next move is going to be. We're still watching that key level of 2,600, and I think that is the numbers that we have to watch. 24.4 in the Dow, 2,600 in the S&P. And right now, with the minor selling that we're seeing, I see no reason to get overly involved. We need to have some volatility. We need to have some two-way action. And right now, we're just not getting it. It just, like I said, it's as dull can be. And typically, dull markets will tend to try to drift higher. My advice is to sit it out and watch and observe and wait for a good solid footprint to get involved. In the meantime, this is Bubba's Daily Update. Todd Bubba Horwitz. This is about 1:15 Eastern Time. We're going to sit it out and watch and observe. In the meantime, don't forget, if you want to get a hold of the book, Gold is a Better Way, you can get that for free at bubbatrading.com/gold. And of course, if you want to help us with our high school program, you can go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That's patreon.com/Bubba Trading. Relax, sit back, let the markets work, let them come to you. Don't force the trade. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more of Bubba's Daily Update. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later.